As much as I detest David Tennant as the Doctor, I do enjoy a fair few of his stories. I'm always drawn to the darker ones, whether it's Midnight with its isolated feel reminiscent of Phone Booth or Saw, or the Family of Blood two-parter, which is steeped in horror themes that easily evoke the atmosphere of classic horror films. But today, I'm talking about the one story I enjoy every time. In my opinion, it's the best of Tennant's era, a perfect balance of fear, tension, and clever storytelling. The Waters of Mars. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Demon, and today we're taking a look at The Waters of Mars, the episode that managed to make something as basic as water terrifying. The episode is set in 2059 on Bowie Base 1, a human colony on Mars. The Doctor arrives only to find that the base is doomed. There's a creeping horror spreading through the base. Something simple yet insidious: water. Not just any water, but an intelligent, deadly force that infects anything it touches, turning people into waterlogged, zombie-like creatures. Now, the idea of water as the enemy? Genius. Water is everywhere. It's essential for life. And it's the last thing you'd expect to kill you. But here, it's relentless, seeping into every corner, ready to destroy you the moment you slip up. The infected humans, their cracked, water-oozing faces are downright creepy. The sense of inevitability in the story, the Doctor knows this moment in history must happen, and he's powerless to stop it, makes the tension skyrocket. Tennant's Doctor is at his best in The Waters of Mars. His usual goofy energy is stripped away, and we're left with something far more compelling. A Time Lord wrestling with his own limitations. And that's where the episode shines. We see a darker side of the Doctor emerge when he decides to play Time Lord victorious, defying the laws of time and taking control of the situation. It's a fantastic character moment, highlighting the Doctor's arrogance and the cost of his power. It also had me hopeful for a lead-up to one of my favourite villains ever, the Valeyard, the darker half of the Doctor. The potential for the Valeyard to finally re-emerge during this moment was tantalising. After all, we saw the Doctor dipping into that dangerous, morally ambiguous territory. However, it's not without its flaws. The pacing could be a little tighter, especially toward the climax. And while the supporting characters are decent, they feel somewhat underdeveloped, mostly existing as cannon fodder for the villainous water. This is a classic horror trope, with the characters being little more than one-note stereotypes. You've seen them before: the jock, the nerd, the bully, the black guy and his woman. There's no real depth to them, just like the countless victims in early horror films who only exist to die. It's frustrating because with more fleshed out characters, the tension and stakes could have been even higher. But despite these gripes, The Waters of Mars remains one of the most engaging and atmospheric episodes of Tennant's run. The idea of water as the enemy is a brilliant, unique concept that I'd love to see explored again. A return of this villain could bring back that terrifying, slow-burn horror that's been missing from modern Doctor Who. Imagine an entire planet infected with the Doctor truly out of his depth. In conclusion, The Waters of Mars stands out as a reminder that even in Tennant's most overhyped era, the show could still deliver masterful storytelling. It's a well-crafted story that blends horror, tragedy, and moral complexity in a way that's both memorable and thought-provoking. And really, who knew H2O could be this terrifying? Maybe someone should bottle this episode and sell it as a warning. I'm Snake Demon, and this has been The Snake Pit. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where of course I won't read them.